You're always going to run into obstacles, and you're going to have people downing you or putting you down. Some people thought I wasn't good enough and that I was never going to get anywhere. It motivated me even more. Not to show people, but to show myself that I could do it. I stayed focused, and I never gave up. What I love about the lowriders, the hydraulics, the cars, up and down, and the drive, the sound of the tires, listening to music. Sometimes we get pulled over, they stop, they want to take pictures, and we've even had police pulling us over just wanting to take pictures. It's just a great feeling. I have a 1978 Ford Thunderbird. The general color is lavender, followed by some accents, multicolor, pink, fuchsia, purples, and different colors that I chose. I chose this color because it's different. Me being a painter, I kind of always want to be a little different. For my hood, I chose to do some Murano pearl accents, some fades, added some laser taping to go with the body style of the car. Wanted to keep it nice and clean and simple, keep it elegant. That's why I chose these graphics. I have a 400 stock engine with Dayton wire wheels on 520s. And I also have a California upholstery interior. The main color is black, and I wanted to match the outside, so I chose a couple of colors that would match the outside of the car. Everything else is pretty much original, and I just accented with adding a custom steering wheel. I have hydraulics all the way around with the moonroof as well, and also have the retractable headlights. So the plaque is lifestyle. Being in a car club means a lot to me, and it's something that I always wanted to be part of. The reason why I hadn't joined a car club is because I wanted to be in the right club. And Lifestyle is a club that I always wanted to be in when I was a kid. The name of the car is Sweet Fantasy. When the movie Heartbreaker came out, I fell in love with that car. That was the main car of the movie. So I always wanted to have a car like this, and that's why I named it Sweet Fantasy. So I bought this car about a year ago, and this car needed nothing. All I needed was just get in, drive it, cruise it, enjoy it. So the car was black before with different colors. Parts for these type of cars are very hard to get. Went through a lot trying to find different things and moldings and backlights that I needed. And it was a struggle, but I wanted to have my touch. And that's why the car is special to me. What I love the most about my car is the paint job, the paint, and just the car itself. It's just a very unique car, different again from a lot of other lowriders. So my first lowrider was a 1973 Impala that my brother had painted for me. Candy apple red with silver on it. Since that, I probably had maybe 30 lowriders that I've owned myself. Every one of them has been a little special. They're just different than others. I was born in Michoacan, Mexico. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. My father was an assembler, and my mother was a packer at a packer company. My mom and my dad wanted a better life for us, and in 1981, my parents immigrated to Riverside, California. They couldn't bring us all here because the finances weren't there, so the 5 of us stayed behind while my mom and dad got situated here. I was 11 years old, and it was devastating. It was very emotional, very hard. You don't even know if you're going to see them again. So when I moved to the States, I was 11 years old. Ran into some obstacles and some challenges because, there was kids picking on me because I didn't know the language, I didn't speak the language, so it was very depressing at the time. You come to a different state where you see everything different. You ask yourself, do I want to be here? Do I want to go back? I don't want to be here. There was times that I was going to school and I would go into the restroom and I would cry because I felt awkward, but it only took me a year to learn the language. It was the best things that my parents ever did for us, and very grateful for them bringing us here and and being where I'm at today. So I got into lowriding because of my brother, and I always saw my brother, working on his cars because my brother's a painter as well. I started painting bikes. I was already in junior high when I would offer just people to paint their bikes, and I used to love tearing those bikes apart just to paint them. I turned this into a career when I was introduced to Daniel Gonzalez from Daniel's Creations. He was actually my mentor. Me growing up, wanting to learn how to paint, there was 3 painters back then in my era that I looked up to. Of course, one of them was Daniel. The other person was Bobby from Candy Connection. And the other person was Sal Manzano. Those 3 painters in my era, I learned different tricks from each one of them and wanted to be like them. I would say that it probably took me 14 years of just learning what to do with different things of paint and just learning the chemistry of paint. I insisted in learning. During my learning the custom painting, I was introduced to Daniel. He actually painted a mini truck for me. And I saw all the creative things that he did to my truck, and it really, really interested in me back then. I saw him work on my truck so much, I was always there being nosy. And I learned a lot from him. Every painter has their own style. I kind of wanted to be my own self and be different. So I specialize in candies, flakes, pearls. Every creation has a different technique. You can't just grab a regular spray gun and go, okay, I'm gonna spray this and, make sure that it's all gonna come out right. You have to have a lot of patience when you're doing custom painting, especially when you're applying the candies. If you're doing straight candy, if you don't apply your straight candy correctly, you blotch it, then it becomes a mess, and then there's nothing you can do to fix it. And with flakes, you have to do the same thing. You have to choose the right spray gun to apply the right products, and which clear you're gonna apply these flakes with, because if you just start applying flake with any type of spray gun, then you're gonna have flake all over the place. Temperature means a lot. The tip size of the spray gun means a lot. The gun pressure, everything. You have to pick all those things, and you have to make sure that all those things are in place in order to perform a nice paint job. So although I joined Lifestyle, I still continue doing work for different clubs like Imperial, Uniques, Los Angeles, and just different clubs. I have done some high-profile cars, award-winning cars for different clubs. About 14 front-cover Lowrider magazine cars that I've done, very high-profile cars, such as, Candy Kisses, Cruel Intentions, El Perrucho, that was my own personal car. Lowriding has done really everything for my life. It motivates me. It just keeps me going. And I have a passion for lowriding, and I have a passion for painting. I enjoy doing what I do. I love it. I live it, I breathe it, I eat it. All of the above. Never stressed out when I'm painting. I feel in the zone, I feel great, I feel motivated. Turn my music on. When I'm painting, I gotta have music on. When I'm doing a straight candy, I could be in the booth for 6 to 8 hours, straight painting. You can't be looking at the time going, well, it's almost lunchtime, or it's this, or it's that. You have to be very dedicated and devoted. You don't have to be in a multi-million-dollar booth to have a nice creation. Most beautiful paint jobs come out of a backyard or a garage. I love when my painting gets recognized. That's the most motivating part for me of painting. It's when you see people out there admiring your work. It makes me feel good, and it tells me that all the hard work has paid off for me. But you're always gonna run into obstacles, and you're gonna have people downing you or putting you down. And I never gave up. I always stood up and I stayed focused. Pursued my dream, which was to become a custom painter. Some people thought I wasn't good enough and that I was never gonna get anywhere. It never put me down. It motivated me even more. Not to show people, but to show myself that I could do it. For everyone that is probably going through similar things that I went through, I would say to them to pursue their dream and don't give up, and don't let the language barrier stop them. They have every right to be here as much as everybody else. They have the right to pursue the American dream like I did. This is our country, your country, and if I did it, you can do it. My name is Louie Carrillo. I'm a custom painter, and I'm a lowrider role model.